What's up YouTube, it's Cyberfelon and welcome to another episode of the Duel Diary, a series where I duel against you, the online Yu-Gi-Oh community, using some of my favorite decks. And in today's episode, I'll be playing my Mekk-Knight deck, a fun new archetype that came out in Extreme Force that has a tendency to irritate your opponent with its call-in play. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Well, this is a beautiful hand if I was going second, but I'm not. Konami, what is consistency? In all. Gotta be kidding me with this. Alright, well, at least I got one card that's useful. Okay. I'm expecting counter fairies, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon. Nope, don't need to use the other one yet. I'm going to move him over here. Just so he can be out of the way. Because if I manage to draw any spell or trap card, I can go ahead and set it over here. I mean, I already have a special summon right here because he placed it in the wrong spot. But if I manage to draw a spell or trap, place it here, boom, I get another special. Ooh, Grinder Golem. That is exactly what I need. Because that just helps everything. Put a token there, put a token there. Grinder Golem there. Gonna go ahead and special him out first. What the hell is that? Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Banish 2 fairies, he's get that up. Entering battle phase or enter end phase, go into battle phase. Because I'm going to run over that Parshath. Increase attack and defense, of course. It's totally unfortunate that he got rid of my Grinder Golem, but that's kind of whatever. I mean, I can't special summon anymore because he has nothing on the field. But I can go Link Karibo, protect myself. But now I can special summon again. Go ahead and get out another big blue over here. Use his effect to move him somewhere else, preferably over here. Get out. I'm not really gonna net any advantage from him, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him out. Because in order to be able to draw off of him or search off of him, my opponent has to have cards on their side of the field. Unlike this guy, where I can just banish himself. And then I will get, for counter fairies, one of the biggest things to deal with is their back row. So I'm going to go ahead and get the guy that can destroy spells and traps. Go ahead and special him right there. And then that's pretty much it. Well, I could actually go into Scaldi, because I do have 4 different names. But I have my spells and traps, so I have my trap cards, so I can negate all his monster effects and his spell effects. And yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. Oh, screw this. All right. Definitely gonna play this here because it'll stop any trap that activates. Maxi, go right ahead. That might be horrible for me, but fine. Gonna play Whispers to stop monster effects. Actually, no, it stops spell effects. What else should I do? Because I don't want to play into his Maxi too much. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and special. I would do Venus and go into Scaldi, but that's gonna give him too much advantage. So I'm just gonna go here. Can't stop the monster effects either way. Do that. Get my 1 search. He'll get 1 draw. I'm gonna go ahead and get Cobalt. Alternative Protocol. I hate this deck so much. Like, you have no idea how much I hate playing against this deck. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and special summon 1 more time. Just right there. We'll get 1 more draw. but I'm gonna just go ahead and go into battle phase now. Alright, so we can negate my monster effects. What does this one do? Okay, that didn't do much. Alright, this is the compulse kind of effect. So we're gonna go ahead and run into Mekk-Knight, try to get rid of that. Because either is forced to use the effect or just die. Yes, I will chain. Moving him over here. Now that trap's gonna be negated. Attack, though he can still compulse, which is gonna suck. No, wait, he already compulsed, so I don't have to worry about that. But he has another face down, which so sucks. That's why he compulsed the other one. I played into that so hard. I need to get my last trap card. Alright, he got rid of my spell. That's not good, because they do play traps. They play a lot of traps. Bringing back Mekk-Knight. Yeah, even if I activate it, it's not going to do anything other than reveal what I have. Trade in, okay. I don't know how useful that's going to be, but go ahead and set this right here. Now I have 2 cards, so I can go ahead and do the spam protocol. Okay. And he gets another special summon. Swarming the field. Alright. Bait out his protocol's effect. Or bait out the bounce. Yep, that's what I was expecting. Gonna go ahead and special summon. I don't have a Mekk-Knight in grave. So I'm gonna go ahead, set this, set it right here, because I want to get rid of Mekk-Knight. I mean, not Mekk-Knight, Mekk-Knight. I'm thinking of Duel Links. Special summon right here, because I want to get rid of that. Doesn't have any grave effects, that's good. Gonna go ahead and special Cobalt Depth right here. I'll move him out of the way. You can't. Not gonna work. What? Oh, Altergeist cards. Wow, okay. So, oh yeah, I don't even have the spell anymore. Okay, so that's why. I was wondering, why the hell did that go through? I don't even have the spell anymore to negate. So yeah, that happened. Special summon. Right here. Go ahead and activate. Destroying Link Karibo, because it is an annoying card. No, that's the security dragon. Here I used his effect, but he can regain a trap if I destroy him, so I don't think he has any in the grave. We'll find out. Yeah, he doesn't have anything in the grave. I don't know why I thought I still had my spell card on the field. And Raigeki. Yay. This might as well just be game. Yep. Not gonna do anything. Well, that happened. God. Oh, great. The most worthless card. Against Altergeist at least, because they don't actually use too many spells. They use mostly traps. Let's see, let's try. Yep. The moment I activate, he's gonna bounce it. I don't even get the chance to activate, he's just chaining right away. Yep, he's getting that one back. Alright, let's go ahead and special summon right here. Oh my god, I hate this deck. Even if I attack Sphere Karibo, it's just gonna go away. If I attack anything else, I'm just gonna die. So let's just get rid of Sphere Karibo. No, I'm not gonna replay it. I have 0 attack. Actually, I could have, because I could have just bumped it to 1,000 and crashed into this guy. But really, what would that do for me? Really, battle phase. Oh, he can attack directly. I mean, the only advantage I have is that my monster's too strong for them to deal with. But I will die eventually because of this little guy right here and his death by 1,000 paper cuts. Grinder Golem, not going to be useful, especially since he blocked off both zones. So, attempt to summon Venus again. Get its effects negated or get it bounced back to hand probably. There's a special summon, there's that one, and then there goes the bounce. Alright, battle phase. Let's go ahead and attack into a Sphere Karibo just to get rid of it still. Zero, no replay, end turn. I can pop any card? Oh wow, it actually gets rid of any card. I'm surprised he didn't do that earlier. I guess he was more concerned about my face down. Haha, what? How? Wow. That is stupid. But it can only really gain one. Unless you link with another one and then have it point to two different ones, which then that gets stupid. But let's go ahead and attempt. It's either gonna be Grinder Golem or that, but let's go ahead and attempt to summon Venus. Keyword here is attempt, because I'm pretty sure I know what's about to happen. Exactly the thing I thought was gonna happen. Alright, now to just go ahead and end this misery on my own terms. I can actually trade in the Grinder Golem. Let's see what happens with that. What? Okay, I didn't know that. I need to read my opponent's cards. But, as I was saying before, to end this misery on my own terms, I mean, I could just attempt to still do something, but I'm still gonna probably lose. What I was planning on doing was just suiciding and attacking his monster and just taking the last 400. But let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, I mean, I already lost this. Oh, okay, he's just gonna go for the direct attack. I'm going first. This is not a going first hand at all. This is going second. Dump big blue. Okay, that just remedied the entire situation. What one card can actually do. Special summon. No. Go ahead and bring out Link Spider. Link Spider, then I'm gonna bring out Link Karibo. I mean, I could go for a second Link Spider, but I just want to do Link Karibo because I'm gonna be able to spam Grinder Golem, and I can always bring the Link Karibo back. Keshik. Yep. And go for Grinder Golem again. Doing 2 more. And special summon. And Security Dragon. Boom. Security Dragon's effect. Pop Grinder Golem back. I can see this card so being like limited because just the stuff that you can do with it. But then again, it's kind of like Level Eater. Actually, it's nothing like Level Eater. Level Eater is just so much worse. Or this card's so much worse than Level Eater. There we are. Scald Eat. And then let's see what I draw off of this. I don't need another Grinder Golem. I don't need a second one of him. And I can just search him out. Doesn't matter. Okay, first off, I will special him, because I can banish him to be able to search again. It doesn't matter that Scald Eat's effect is going off, because he's going to go away. So he's not going to gain the 300 points. Do that, search Big Blue. Special him. In defense position. I'll go ahead and gain the points, then I'll move him out of the way. Go ahead and move him over here. I wish the spell and trap cards were actually searchable, but then that would kind of make this deck a little bit more busted than it already is. Yep, go ahead and use the effect. Only gonna be able to search for one, but one is all I need. And go ahead and get this guy again. And for now, I believe, oh wait, yeah, Scald Eat. Gonna go ahead and summon Golden Blossom. And then, just for the heck of it, let's go for another Scald Eat. Because I can't really stop him from doing anything. I do need my spell and trap cards. Or mostly my trap cards. And as long as I can get my trap, I can easily still do stuff. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Send you. Yeah, I can't normal summon, and I can always get you back. Doesn't matter the order. Set the trap. Go ahead and set it right there. And then activate the spell. Actually, I'll hold off on the spell. Just need the trap card. Grinder Golem in attack mode, okay. Probably gonna run over my Scald Eat. Or Scald Dread, because that's the official TCG name now. Alright. Oh, you're kidding me! Mirror match. This should be fun. Attack mode. This should be fun. Go right ahead, I can't stop a Level Eater engrave. Link Kuriboh. Link Kuriboh. Yeah, I can't stop Level Eater. I'm assuming he's gonna keep doing that. Yep. I'm assuming Skull Deep because he could do it. Right? Or is he gonna go for something else? No. Level Link 3 unless he's going for Link 4. Okay, what do you do? Power Code Talker. Points to, yeah, his effects are negated regardless. Ew. Okay. Alistair. That's fine. Or searching implication. But the question is, what type of invoke deck is this? ABC invoked, okay. So I have to deal with Mekk-Knight right now. I think that's about it, unless he's got a Brilliant Fusion, which he actually can't use. So yeah, I just have to deal with Mekk-Knight. That's not too hard. Gonna go ahead and set it right there, because I'm gonna totally wreck him with that next turn. I will go ahead and activate World Scars, see if he's gonna stop that. Give up Depths. Come on, ditch a spell. Take the bait. Ah, you suck. Okay. Can always set that, but most decks aren't running traps too much anymore. Can summon Shine Ball, can go ahead set that there, bring out Lavender Dusk, but I have to worry about Lavender Dusk's effect being negated. And then Banish, which then makes my trap dead. So let's go ahead and drop a trade in. See if that helps. And now he stops it. I should have just summoned Lavender Dusk. Okay, that's fine. What can I do? I can't do much other than summon him back. But he's got Alistair, so he can always drop that. Wow. No, that's not gonna help. That is not gonna help. Well, the Link Kuriboh. No, it has to be level 1. Never mind. Imduk doesn't do anything either. Link Spider doesn't do anything. Yeah. End phase. Hope that this can... Hope I can survive. Really hope I can survive. Alistair kinda sucks. I don't need him. The good thing is he can't fusion summon again. So as long as I can stop Mekka, I'm fine. Union Hanger. That is totally fine. Completely fine. Here he wasted his normal summon. And unless he has a second Alistair in hand, he can't get over my Lavender Dusk. Let's see what he's gonna do. Come on, just go straight to end phase. Invocation, okay. But what is he gonna do with that? He's gotta give up Mekka. He's putting Mekka on the other side. I see. I see what he's doing there. He's getting the Alistair back so he can run it over. Good play. Good play. Yep. Cause I don't... Wait, no, he has a B piece, so he can negate. Oh, he's a Thrasher as well. So negate and banish. Unfortunate. I'm gonna take some massive damage. But at least I'm forcing him to get rid of cards, but he still has a B in hand. So, yeah. Alright. Go ahead and activate. Dump that. You see, that is actually useful. Gonna go ahead and set this for now. Gonna force his activation. But I don't have a Knight in grave, so I can't actually use it. So that's unfortunate. He obviously has a spell in hand that he can actually use to negate. But yeah, I didn't think so. Does he have an Alistair? No, his Alistair's in grave. Battle phase. Run him over. Yep, here we go. Alright, B. B's probably gonna equip a C. I'm assuming he's gonna equip C. B, or A. Okay. Yeah, there wasn't much he could do. Well, that's it for today, YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the duels, and as always, here's a quick look at the deck. You do want to play 3 copies of Purple Nightfall, because he is one of your main searchers for the deck. When he's on the field, you can banish one other Mekk-Knight monster you control to be able to search out another Mekk-Knight from your deck. This is actually very powerful because it allows you to free up space for other Mekk-Knights to be special summoned in that column that he's in, as well as it also searches out your other Mekk-Knights, which the main 2 Mekk-Knights you're going to be searching out are Blue Sky, which also searches from your deck based on the number of cards that are in the same column on your opponent's side of the field, so you can easily get a +1 or +2 off of him, which also you can use him to search out Cobalt Depths, which is the other card that you really want to have in hand because he allows your Mekk-Knights to be able to switch columns. He's able to move a Mekk-Knight, including himself, to a different column, freeing up that column for another special summon of another Mekk-Knight. So these 3 cards you definitely want to play at 3 each. These 2 because they search, him because he allows you to special summon more Mekk-Knights by freeing up columns. As well as he also synergizes very well with your spells and traps, which I'll get to in a minute. Then you have the 1 Red Moon, which is your monster removal, when you can banish a Mekk-Knight from your graveyard and then destroy any monster that is in the column he is in. Same thing with Yellow Star, but for spells and traps instead of monsters. So as long as whatever spell or traps in the same column as him, banish a Mekk-Knight from your graveyard, you get to destroy it. Then we have 3 copies of Grinder Golem. Now I am going to say at the time of recording this video, the ban list did just drop, so 3 copies of Grinder Golem isn't going to be a thing anymore. I apologize for not having this a substitute ready for it because I wasn't expecting the ban list, to be completely honest. But you can easily replace him with either another Red Moon and then some terraformings for your field spell, or Sacred Swords of the 7 stars, because you do play a few level 7s, so that's definitely a good option because Yellow Star and Red Moon are level 7s, and the whole banishing actually does come into play a little bit later. I'll show you guys how. So you can easily replace Grinder Golems with those 2 cards or some other hand traps as well, but I'll get to that in a little bit. One of the cards you definitely want to play 3 of is the Agent of Creation Venus. I was so going to butcher that name, but you do want to play 3 of her because being able to summon her and then spam the field with Shine Balls just gets you into your Link plays so fast, and Skull Dread is such an important card for this deck because it's just too good. So definitely you want to play your 3 Venuses because you want to see it as fast as possible, and your 3 Shine Balls because you do need all 3 Shine Balls. Then I did run Gofu, but like I said, because the ban list happened, you're not going to be running him anymore, so let's just not even talk about him. You do definitely want to run some hand traps in this deck. You don't want to run too many because unless you see your combo pieces, you're not really going to be able to go off too much. But hand traps are still definitely something you want to run, just because in case you don't open too well, or in case you go first or second and you just don't open well, you want to be able to stop your opponent enough so that way you can be able to set up your following turn. Then I also ran Max C, but of course Max C got banned on the new list, so we're not going to even bother talking about that. Trade-in is definitely a good option in this deck because you do need draw power. You do want to draw as much as possible into your spells and your traps, mostly your trap cards, because your trap cards are what really make this deck potent. So definitely 2 trade-ins. You could bump it up to 3, but I don't feel there's enough level 8s in the deck to actually warrant running 3, but you could run 3. It's definitely a good option as well, because you do have your 1 Grinder Golem, Lavender Dusk, and then I believe Cobalt Depths, so that's like 7 targets to 3 trade-ins. Run it how you feel. Upstart Goblin, definitely a great card to run. 39 card decks, that's definitely a thing. Your World Legacy Key, this is what I meant when I said you can play off your banished, because when you activate this, you can retrieve one of your banished Mekk-Knight monsters and add it back to your hands. So that combos well with your Sacred Sword of the 7 stars, so you don't actually mind banishing one of your Mekk-Knights, because you can always retrieve it with this card. As well as while this card is face up on the field, any trap card that's in the same column as a Mekk-Knight monster you control has its effects negated. So this is definitely a good card to have. Traps aren't too relevant now this format, but it's still a really good card, so you can always bump this up to 3. I play it at 2, but I'm thinking maybe bumping it up to 3, especially since I'm planning on running 7 stars now with another Red Moon. Then you have your Field Spell. It's an okay card, it's not too great. It gives all your Mekk-Knight monsters an extra 300 attack, which can be beneficial, but the main reason you play it is that you're able to discard a Mekk-Knight or another World Legacy card, including itself, to be able to draw 1 card. You almost never get the last effect off. You can banish 8 Mekk-Knight monsters with different names from your graveyard or face up on the field to send your opponent's entire hand and extra deck to the graveyard. You're almost never going to get that because you don't run more than like 4 different Mekk-Knights, 5 different Mekk-Knights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you don't run more than 5, so you're almost never going to get that effect off. You could run the other 2, but they're just not as good. But definitely you want to run 3 of this. You could also put in Terraforming, so that way you can see this more often. Even if you have one already in hand, you can Terraforming for another one and then just discard it for its own cost of drawing a card. So it's definitely a decent card to have. And Terraforming is another option to play along with other hand traps like Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit or Joel and Lockbird. And then last but definitely not least are your trap cards, which are probably the most powerful cards you have in your deck. World Legacy Whispers allows you to target one of your level 5 or higher monsters. Note that it says level 5 or higher, not Mekk-Knight. So if you have Grinder Golem on your side of the field, you can easily go ahead and boost Grinder Golem's effect as well. So that's definitely a good thing to have, especially with your Mekk-Knights, since some of them are kind of weak, like Blue Sky. He's only at 2,000. You can easily boost your monster's attack to 3,000, or even their defense to beyond 3,000. So this is definitely a good card, but that's not the only reason you're playing this card. That's not even the main reason you're playing this card. The main reason you're playing this card is for the spell negation, because spell cards are very powerful and very needed in the deck, in everybody's deck this format. So being able to stop key spells is just so good. Any spell that's activated or just activated or even used in the same column as a Mekk-Knight monster has its effects negated. So this is what I meant by Blue Cobalt or Indigo Eclipse, being such a powerful card in this deck, because being able to move your Mekk-Knights around to negate your opponent's spells is just too important. So he's definitely one of the MVPs of the deck. And also another powerful trap you play is your World Legacy's Secret, because it's basically your Call of the Haunted for the deck, being able to special summon any level 5 or higher monster from your graveyard. This is also capable of reviving your Grinder Golem if you've destroyed it. So anything in your deck that's level 5 or higher, you can just special summon it from the graveyard. Now the other thing to note is that both of these cards are not mandatory activated effects. The first effect doesn't have to be activated. It is just when this card is activated, you can use it. So you can still activate both World Legacy Secrets and Whispers and not even use the first effect. You can just activate it to use the negation effect, which is very powerful in my opinion. And the best part of World Legacy Secrets is that it negates monster effects. Monster effects are also very powerful this format, or just period. They're just very powerful, period. Being able to do so much with your monsters, being able to negate your opponent's monster effects is just so devastating. Your opponent's spells and your opponent's monsters, that's why these two traps are very important to play at 3, and that's why you have so much draw power in this deck, because you want to get into these two cards as fast as possible. Being able to shut down your opponent's cards is just devastating to them, and this is honestly half the reason you win most of the time, because they just can't do anything. Now to get into the extra deck, it's primarily not synchro. What am I saying? Synchros. It's primarily link monsters, because the main link monster you want to get into is Saryuja's Skull Dread. But to get into that, you definitely need your Link Kuriboh, because with Grinder Golem and with Shine Ball, you're able to go ahead and go into a Link Kuriboh, or not with Shine Ball, but with Grinder Golem. You're able to go into your Link Kuriboh because he is your level 1, and you can even revive him from the grave. Then you have Imduk, the World Chalice Dragon, mostly for your Shine Balls, because you can't summon him using Grinder Golem. But he's just mostly another name. Your Link Spider, again, just another name. You mostly summon him off of your Shine Ball or your Grinder Golem tokens. You want to run two. But the main cards you do have are your Security Dragon, which isn't out yet in the TCG, but when it does come out, it's definitely going to be a good card. As well as your Akashic Magician, mostly because of Grinder Golem. Again, I can't stress how good Grinder Golem is in this deck, even though he is at 1. Just the ability, just the fact that you can abuse Grinder Golem so much with this deck, that's why you run your Akashic Magicians and your Security Dragon, because you can, both of them do bounce back your Grinder Golem, so you can just keep abusing him, getting those tokens out, going for your different link plays, getting your different names on field for Saryuja's effect. Then you have your Link 3s like Decode Talker, just there because you can go into Link 3s in case like you're not able to get out your best plays. Decode Talker is definitely a good card, being able to negate any card effect that targets your cards. And Summon Sorceress, she's not out yet in the TCG, but she is another good card. Being able to summon any of your cards to your opponent's side of the field just gives you the 2 cards needed to be able to special summon one of your Mekk-Knights to the field. Then you have the Mekk-Knight Link monster. He's not too great of a card, but the whole being able to attack for 3,000 directly is pretty powerful and can end games very quickly. As well as being able to special summon a Mekk-Knight from the graveyard to a position this card points to is also very good. Being able to use that in combination with your trap cards and even your spell card, it's just really good. Then you have your one Firewall Dragon, mostly here because of the special summoning effect. Being able to get another monster on the field is also very good, but also the ability to bounce back cards is also very good as well. And then, as I've mentioned multiple times already, your Saryuja's Skull Dread, you want to play 3 of him, because more often than not, I have found myself going into 2 if not 3 of him, and he is a very good card. You want to get his 4th or 3rd effect off, which is summoning him using 4 different monsters with different names. That's why I've been mentioning monster names a lot when I'm talking about the Link monsters, because you want to get 4 different names on the field in order to summon him to get his 4th effect off, which allows you to draw 4 cards and then send 3 back into your deck in any way you like. It is just a very powerful card effect. It is basically, what is it, Graceful Charity? Yeah, I think it's kind of like Graceful Charity, but instead you're not discarding the cards. But it's such a good card. It's such a powerful way to get to your spells and traps. You definitely want to run multiple of him, as well as he's also able to special summon from the hand as well, so you can easily get another Mekk-Knight on board after you've done your draws. If you manage to draw into another Mekk-Knight, it's very good, as well as his other effect for summoning off of 2. You're able to go ahead and increase your monster's attack and defense by 300 points whenever they're summoned to a zone this guy is pointing to. So like I said, he's definitely a really good card to play. You definitely need to play him at 3, and he's one of the main reasons the deck works so well. And this deck can be played going first. You just have to open correctly. If not, then it's definitely a going second deck. But that's it for today, YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed the duels. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. And as always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to leave down in the comments below any way you can think of to improve the deck, especially after this new ban list hitting Grinder Golem to 1. That kind of does hurt the deck a lot, and it does hurt its going first plays. But do not doubt that this deck don't doubt that this deck is powerful. This deck is still very powerful, even with Grinder Golem at 1. You just have to rely on Venus a lot more than you did Grinder Golem. But that's it for today. And until next time, later guys.